Iran just saying 60 days or so for the Europeans to try and work out some sort of salvaging of the Iran nuclear deal. The US abandoned it last May. Of course, it's been maximum pressure ever since. And these steps that Iran has been taking, sort of signaling when it's going to reduce its commitments. Remember, just a few months ago, it basically said it would exceed its uranium stockpile of 300 kilograms. They would start to enrich uranium at a higher threshold, albeit only around 4.5%, way off the amount needed for any nuclear weapon, but a signal, of course, to the rest of the world that it could go higher. And then this latest announcement, essentially getting rid of all the restrictions on research and development of centrifuges that, of course, create that uranium isotope by spinning. Let's have a listen to Hassan Rouhani.
I announce the third step now. Our Atomic Energy Organization is obliged to immediately start doing whatever is technically required in the country in terms of research and development, and to abandon all commitments in terms of research and development under the GCPOA.
Now, this puts pressure, of course, on the Europeans. Remember, Emmanuel Macron, the French president, had this idea of extending a $15 billion line of credit to Tehran if they come back in full compliance with the JCPOA. That seems, full compliance seems unlikely, considering the US won't go back into full compliance unless there's a new nuclear deal with other factors taken into consideration, of course, as they say, Iran's ballistic missile program and their bad behavior, malign behavior, as the US calls it, of Iran in the Middle East. So a lot going on. Meanwhile, big question marks about whether there would be a face-to-face meeting between US President Donald Trump and Hassan Rouhani, the leader in Iran, because essentially Iran has said we're not going to meet unless there's a full lifting of sanctions and that the US rejoins the JCPOA, the Iran nuclear deal. But, you know, Trump likes this face-to-face diplomacy. We've seen it with Kim Jong-un, and he's not ruling it out, but suggests the pressure will be kept on. Obviously, tensions running high. The US has put in more sanctions on Iranian shipping and other areas since Rouhani's announcement. Things are escalating. They are not de-escalating. Nathan King, CGTN at the White House.